Hi, Mertavita with KNOXX Video, and today we're here with Kung Lee. Kung, how's your day going so far?
It's going good.
Good, good. So the last time that you had stepped in the cage was about over a year ago when you beat Scott Smith. Since then, you've been working on some movie projects. Can you talk about those and some of the actors that you've been working with?
Since I've fought Scott Smith, right after the fight, I was actually hoping to get another fight, but Strikeforce at the time didn't have that many shows, so I started pushing more towards the movies. And the first movie I started working on was Grandmaster. It's a Chinese language movie directed by Wong Kar-wai, and also the action directing was done by Master Wu Ping, which is the most popular action director in China, who did Matrix and Kill Bill and Forbidden Kingdom. And right after that, I started that in September. I was over there for almost 3 weeks, and I came back for about a day and a half, and I flew to Baton Rouge and started working on Dragon Eyes for 2 months. The first 3.5 weeks was all more of like rehearsal and putting all the fights together, because I choreographed all the fights. And then right after Dragon Eyes, I came home for Christmas for about 3 days, and then I flew to Shanghai, and I started working on The Man with the Iron Fist with director RZA and Russell Crowe and Lucy Liu, with some big producers like Mark Abraham, Eric Newman, and Eli Roth.
Now, with Man with the Iron Fist, you had worked with former WWE superstar Batista. Did you guys have a fight scene?
Actually, me and Dave Batista was on the same team, so we were both killing people.
Okay. Now, there was talks about him coming to Strikeforce, but that never happened. Did he ever talk to you about MMA, and how do you think he would have done in the cage?
He really wanted to do MMA, and he was close on a deal with Strikeforce, but guess it didn't work out. And actually, he did such a great job in The Man with the Iron Fist, where the producers said that he should just focus on the movies. But I know that he recently had a little bit of a minor back surgery, so and he's recovering from that. I'm actually gonna go up to his new gym that he's opening up in his hometown, Tampa, Florida, and do a seminar over there in about 3.5 weeks in September 15th or something like that, 16th, 17th, so one of those dates.
Okay. Now, you've been able to work with a lot of actors. Do you have favorite actors to work with, and who have you learned the most from?
Um, I mean, I've been lucky to work with actors like Ben Foster, Dennis Quaid, and Lucy Liu. That would have to be one of my favorite actors to work with, is Lucy Liu. Russell Crowe was there. I think one of my favorite actors to work with is Channing Tatum. We became really good friends, and he's just really down to earth, and he comes down here and trains, and he's just like another guy in here, pushing hard and having a good time.
Okay. Now, a lot of the fans in the Bay Area and San Jose are disappointed that you're not going to be fighting in UFC 139 in your hometown of San Jose. Do you feel disappointed that you're not going to be fighting on that card?
Yeah, it's not over till it's over, but since Showtime, they do have some kind of clause in their agreement with UFC, where UFC can't just pick up all the top athletes and bring them over. But hopefully things can work out. I'm still holding my breath, but I definitely would love to fight in San Jose for UFC.
Okay. Now, in the main event for that card, Junior Dos Santos and Cain Velasquez will be fighting. What are your thoughts on that fight, and what do you think Cain has to do in order to win?
Well, I think that fight. It's gonna be probably fight of the year, and like Cain, he's such a great athlete. Both Dos Santos and Cain, they're great athletes, but I think Cain has really good cardio, and his striking has improved day and night, and he's got takedowns, and I think he's just gonna smother Dos Santos and just be all over him.
Okay. Now, it seems that there's a lot more Asian fighters in the UFC now than ever before. What are your thoughts on that? And your fellow Vietnamese fighter, Nam Pham, have you met him before?
Yeah, actually, I know Namfam, and yes, it's great to see more Asian fighters fighting in the MMA. But Namfam, you know, he's a scrapper. Watched him on Strikeforce. Actually, watched him fight Josh Thompson in the back when I was getting ready to fight too. And I think he has a lot of heart and he's got a lot of potential and he's still young and he's always improving. So watch out for Namfam.